Hey guys, this is Arm Productions again on 4673 and I am back in Wilder Van Story. How could I forget the name of the game while sitting in front of it? Wow. Anyway, as you may hear, I'm a little more away from the mic. I'm testing how mics work, how the mic's working, and also my throat's a little funny. I have a bit of a sore throat, so let's hope that it all goes well. I do have tea to soften it. Also, if I've calculated it right, this will be the last Wilder episode, so maybe it'll be a little longer because I'm gonna go on until the end. Hope this is not gonna be like the Lady's Choice and I play for 2 hours. Damn, that was a long game. Anyway, we're gonna continue. We're at the market, as far as I remember. I'm gonna move the mic a little tiny bit closer, like that. That's good. Later, we come across a jewelry stand with lots of gorgeous wares. One in particular catches my eyes. A bracelet with beads the exact color of Rand's eyes. Red? I guess. I don't know what possesses me. Gratitude, affection, the sad, quiet knowledge that our time together may soon be coming to an end, but I just have to buy it for him. I managed to make the purchase in secret when Rand's back is briefly turned, and hide it for him until the right moment. Rand, here, it's for you. What is this? It's a bracelet. It made me think of you, so... Want me to wear this? Well, it's a bracelet. Rand leans in closer and whispers. Oh no. I truly so lost that now that you can no longer claim ownership of me. What? No, it's not. He grabs the bracelets. Is this how you'll pretend that I'm still yours by decorating me? My face flushes. If you don't want it, then just give it back. I try to take the bracelet back, but Rand doesn't let go. How does this happen? I was trying to make a gesture. I tug once again hard. Suddenly the string snaps and the red beads go flying in all directions. Oh no. As I try to gather the beads before they all roll off, Rand turns on his heel and walks away, losing himself in the crowd. Come on, Rand, at least you could listen. I'm left alone. It's getting really late. I returned to the manor hours ago. Rand is nowhere to be seen. What if he never comes back? What if that was the last time I'll ever see him? I rush to the door, silently hoping please be Rand. It's not gonna be Rand. And it is! Jesus Christ, thanks for proving me wrong, game. Can I come in? Yes, of course. I step back and let him in. I'm not sure whether to leave the door open or not. Not sure if it will make him feel trapped. Rand makes the decision for me, shutting the door behind him before turning to me, tension lining every inch of his body. Listen, He trails off, gritting his teeth in frustration. I'm so sorry, Rand. I wasn't thinking. I swear I was only trying to do something nice. I should have known how it would look. I didn't mean... I lost my temper. I shouldn't have done that. You weren't trying to assert your ownership, I know that. Sometimes it's hard for me to see kindness for what it is. Which is understandable, honestly. Like, he's been through so much shit, and, like, that shit fucks you up. Like, and it just trust issues to the max, right? I understand, like, so, of course he's gonna be very wary of people's intentions. As anyone would be in his situation. So I'm definitely not angry. I'm getting better. I mean, I think I am, but I don't think I'm in a place where I can accept a gift from you just yet. I understand. I can't pretend it doesn't make me a little sad, but I do understand what he's saying and I respect it, which you should. I give him a smile, hoping it looks more sweet than bitter. But, if you're not averse... Rand shuffles uncomfortably before thrusting out his hand, a delicate silver necklace hanging from his clenched fist. On the chain is a beautiful pendant the color of my eyes. I'd like it if you'd accept a gift from me. Rand, thank you. Rand swallows hard. You're welcome. Sorry. My heart just needs to... Okay. I really don't want this game to end. I reach out for the necklace, only for Ran to pull back. Turn around. I do so, and he slips the delicate chain around my neck, fastening it out of the back. After his hands remain, pats of his fingers brushing tenderly over my neck and shoulders. I think what's happening. I just remember I forgot to say, "It's the water music. You know what's gonna happen." Well, you can enjoy, like, the casual things. I close my eyes, enjoying the warm, gentle press of his fingers on my skin. Then something warmer presses against the crook of my neck, and Ran lowers his mouth to kiss a trail from my shoulder up to my ear. I'm not sure how we end up on the bed, but with Ran's mouth on mine, our bodies tangled so tightly that we're practically one person, such minor details cease to matter. Well, we've been going this far all the time. So Ran's not good at accepting material gifts, but I wonder if there's something else I might be able to give him. Just relax. I don't relax. Still, he does try letting me set the pace. Together, we slowly give our apologies and our thanks to each other. While I wake while it's still dark. My heart feels full to the bursting when I look over at Ran's calm, sleeping face. He stayed. Why? Is it foolish to assume that he feels something for me? Something true and enduring? And if he does, how do I... Oh. Oh, of course you love him! Well, how did you guys didn't establish? I thought you were a thing now, but I guess, yeah, Ran is a little unsure still, because, like, he doesn't know if he has to stay with you, but you definitely have something. Your feelings are involved. It's not just sex. That much you know. So yeah. Well, I guess it is a bit of an oh no. Oh no, this was not supposed to happen. Now that the truth is loose, there's no denying it. If he does feel something for me, I know I can match it. If he wants to stay with me, I'll stand beside him for as long as he wants me. Forever. But what does he want? But does he want it? My thoughts go around and around in useless circles until it's clear that I won't be getting back to sleep tonight. Slipping out of bed, I put on some clothes and go to clear my mind. Where we're gonna be attacked by the soldier things? Yeah. I wander the manor until I come to the main hall. To my surprise, I'm not the only person here. Lord Yassir? Lord Yassir is gonna betray us? Yeah. Aw, that sucks. I liked your Lord Yassir. Huh? Oh, Jiraiya. He looks a little haggard, handsome face lined with worry. Are you having trouble sleeping, my lady? I'm fine. What's troubling you, Lord Yassir? Yassir, goddamn. It's nothing. Well, alright, I suppose I shouldn't keep it from you. I am troubled, Jiraiya. He hesitates for a moment before handing me a crumpled piece of parchment that's been balled up in his fists. I read the paper with widening eyes. Oh no. Lord Yassir of Umar, the people of Sia have come to understand that you are harboring a pair of dangerous fugitives, wanting for the crime of treason and murder. No. Release the criminals into our custody and Sia shall take no action against you or against Umar. Continue to impede justice, and it shall mean war between our cities. Fuck. Oh no. We shall arrive within the week. Signed, Captain Hamza of the Sia Guardsmen. What does this mean? For Umar, war. For me, political suicide. For you, well, if I hand you to them, my city and my reputation will be safe. You will almost certainly be executed. If I defy them and continue to protect you, the damage could be irreplaceable. Okay, I got it. We escape. Say that they escaped. Maybe, like, make a ruse so as soon as Hamza's there, you, like, escape, and they're like, catch them! But they let us get away. It could work like that. I feel the panic rising inside me and try to stamp it down. We need a new plan. Should we leave? Where will we go? I have to tell Ran. I turn to run back to the room, but Yassir stops me. He gathers me into his arms, pulling me into a tight hug, pressing my face into his chest. Speaking quietly into my ears, he sounds as calm as ever. I do not want to abandon you, Jiraiya. I can still help. I can keep you safe. It's almost too good to be true. Tears of gratitude spring to my eyes. Don't trust him. He's evil. And Ran's gonna see us being embraced and's gonna be like, you dirty cheater! You are like every other human I've ever met. Oh god. Not all of this unnecessary drama, please don't do it to me. But this could cripple me, financially and politically. I could be ruined. I'll protect you. But I'll need something in return. My brows furrow, face still pressed tight into Yassir's chest. What do you need? Of course you do, you ass. I want Ran. I go stiff in his arms. What? Why? Someone has recently informed me just how valuable he is. One of the only albino gene left in this world. He's possibly even unique. My mind spins, outraged, only eclipsed by confusion. But there are no slaves here in Umar. He wouldn't be a slave. He would be the same as the rest of my staff. Indentured. You mean these Gene are still... They're not slave. They have all debts to... but they all have debts to work off. I could pay off your debt. Ran could pay off your debt, Jiraiya, by working for me. Once it's cleared, he can walk out of here and be a free man. I can't sell Ran to me. He isn't my slave anymore. Actually, he is. What? You never drew up the final official papers. No one, not even the people of Umar, will recognize him as a free man without official sanction. Legally, you still have ownership. Transfer it to me, and I will have his papers drawn, with the appropriate debt stipulated, of course. I knew it. I pull away and look Yassir in the face. Finally, I can see beneath the handsome, heroic veneer. I knew it. Now I see the calculation and hypocrisy that made him the powerful man he is. He won hearts and minds with his anti-slavery rhetoric, but he hasn't freed the Gene. He's just bound them with debt instead of chains. Fuck no. You're a fraud. You're a liar. You're a slaver. He doesn't seem as affected at all by my words. Well, the offer is there, sleep on it. The alternative is death for both of you, so please think carefully. No, you're gonna escape. With that, he walks away, leaving me alone, trembling with fear and anger. No, you just get the fuck out of Umar. I feel so stupid for letting myself start to believe that I wasn't helpless. Van is still asleep when I return to bed. Sliding in between him, I hear him stir and worry that I've woken him. Please wake him up. Tell him what's going on. And tell him you gotta escape. If you go now, you can maybe sneak past the guards, even if they will try to stop you. But he simply shifts, eyes still closed, and reaches out an arm to draw me closer. My heart shudders. Oh, Ran. By the time the sun has risen, I have not slept. Come on, Jiraiya. Why do I need all these fucking choices if you can't let me choose what I wanna? I could only lie awake all night trying to think of a plan. That's the plan! I've given you the plan, come on. And it's possible that I might have one. But for it to work, I would need to lie to Yassir. There is a problem. His Heartseer, however. I've heard some accounts of Heartseer being purposely fooled or accidentally misunderstanding the things they've read in people. Because they draw upon strong emotions and memories, they will sometimes grasp at the most obvious thought, what they expect to see, not the one that they really need. Oh no, you're gonna have to pretend that you give him away. Oh, at least that's what my uncle told me once. So, if I can show the Heartseer what he expects me to see, he might not look any deeper. Honestly, tricking a Heartseer is no easy task. Maybe it's really impossible. And for someone like me who's never tried anything like it before, it's a pretty terrible plan. Why don't you just escape? Escape! Run the fuck away! I hate you, Jiraiya. No, I don't. But god damn it, use your mind. I know it's gonna be hard because they're trying to keep you back and you have to be, like, on the run. But you gotta... You gotta... Ran stirs and wakes, stretching, skin silver gold in the morning light. I half expect him to startle when he notices my presence, but he doesn't seem surprised at all. He pulls me in again, nuzzling against my neck, pressing a kiss onto it. Oh, we're gonna have to pretend to betray him. We're gonna have to pretend to betray him. Fuck. Once again, my heart clenches. He really has accepted me. And now I have to deceive him. Fuck. Fuck. I don't want to do this. Please don't let me do this. It will be hard enough for one of us to trick a Heartseer, let alone both. I can't tell him my plan. Oblivious to my inner turmoil, Rand continues to pepper my neck with kisses, pressing his nose into the crook of it and inhaling. Suddenly he stops. He draws back and looks me in the eyes. You smell of him. Oh, I remember how close Yassir held me last night, how tightly, how his lips brushed against my ear as he told me those terrible, terrible things. Yeah, you're fucked. It's not... I ran into him last night, and... Last night? When? After we... No, forget it. I don't know if I can keep him in the dark like this. Maybe I should just tell him. Knock knock. Why did I say knock knock? The door swings open, revealing Captain Royo, tall and implacable as ever. Get dressed, you've both been summoned to the main hall. Ran and I exchange a look. He is bemused, but me, my insides are twisted into knots. We arrive to find Yassir standing, awaiting us. His Heartseer stands beside him. They're flanked by a number of Jean guards. My pulse hammers. This is it. Forgive my haste, Lady Jiraiya, but I can simply not wait any longer. What is your answer? Backed into a corner, I glance helplessly at Ran. Ran meets my eyes with a confused and worried look. I have no choice. I have to execute the plan now. 'Cause you didn't run at night like you were supposed to. Ah, that frustrates me so much. Oh, you're gonna rip my heart out in about 2 minutes. Yassir, you'll really protect me. I swear it. You can have him. I can't look at Ran. I don't have to, I can feel his stare regardless. Feel as it changes to confusion, to disbelief, to betrayal, to... No. No! Excellent, take him. Yassir instructs 2 burly guards as they step forward to grab Ran. Get your hands off me! He fights back. Of course he does. 2 more guards rush forward to help subdue him. Ran. Regret and uncertainty courses through me, but then I notice the Heartseer watching Ran intently. I slam my mental barriers down immediately, just in time for the Heartseer to turn his gaze to me, drawing every bad memory I have of Ran. Every time he insulted me, abandoned me, hurt me, and pushed me away, I try to eclipse the love I feel for him. Finally, the Heartseer looks away, apparently satisfied. Ran continues to struggle against the guards who have his arms firmly clamped and restrained. Take him to the dungeon. Let him sit in a cell until he gets this violence out of his system. The guards drag Ran away. Ran's head twists back, his eyes seeking me out, wild and full of hatred. Traitor! Jiraiya, you fucking traitor! Well, looks like I managed to thoroughly convince everyone. I wait for Yassir to dismiss me and hurry back to my room. With the door closed, I can finally fall apart. I drop to the floor, resting on my knees, my breath coming out in a harsh, deep breaths that I refuse to let turn into sobs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait for me, Ran. I won't abandon you. I don't understand your plan. Are you gonna try and free him? Okay, chapter 9, that would be. I don't get it. Oh, I've been clutching my chair, so my hand is like numb. Few days later, everyone arrives at Yassia's estate. Hamza and the retinue of Seer soldiers, the hard Seer who proclaimed me guilty, and my aunt and uncle. I haven't seen Van since he was taken to the dungeon, and I haven't dared ask about him, for fear of my ruse being discovered. I keep as much distance between myself and Yassia and his heart seer as possible. Fortunately, they fully expect me to be unhappy with them, so this isn't seen as suspicious. Mostly I've stayed in my room, with the exception of one afternoon when I went to town to have some important papers drawn. Since the continent from Sia arrived, I've not been allowed to leave the room at all. I'm in my room when a knock comes. Enter. The door opens and my jaw drops. Jiraiya! Uncle! He strides towards the room and gathers me in my arms. Nope. I let him hold me for a moment, then pull myself away. My poor girl, you've been through so much. As awful as everything is, just having my uncle here gives me comfort. Don't trust him. I don't trust him. Don't trust anyone but Ran. I missed you. I'm so sorry for... Hey, shh. No, you don't have anything to apologize for. They're preparing the main hall for the trial. My trial. I'm innocent. Uncle, I'm innocent. I would never... Shh, my dear girl, I know. You believe me? Of course, you would never harm anyone. I know that. It was that Jean. What? Ran? No, he isn't. Uncle Makram cuts my words short, leaning in, speaking low in my ear. Do not fear. Lord Yassia has arranged everything. What? Of course. How did you think? He wasn't gonna give it all up for an albino Jean, Jiraiya, you absolute shithead. He's gonna say Ran did it. And... and then he's gonna be like, I will take responsibility of the Jean. And then Jiraiya will go free. Okay. It's time to die fighting trying to free Ran. I wrote a letter to him when I heard that Sia intended to go as far as declaring war on Umar. Offered him a powerful political alliance if he continued to keep you safe. You may not know it, Jiraiya, but my station in Sia has risen even further since the Shah's death. It's a useful bargaining chip. And to sweeten the pot, I threw in the Jean. He said the last part so offhandedly. I almost miss it. Then he throws back his head and laughs. He practically bit my hand off. My arms fall to my sides and I take a step back, far out of my uncle's reach. You offered Ran to Yassia. Just a little longer now, my sweet girl, and you can come home. We can put this nasty business with the Shah behind us. He winks with a little smile. Can you believe? Your aunt has already found you another match. That woman wastes no time. My blood goes cold. Everything he's saying. For the first time I see the same calculation I saw in Yassia. In my uncle. His kindness isn't a lie. There's something else there. Something I didn't have the insight to see before. Take another step back. You. I don't get to finish. A guard knocks on the door and makes the announcement. It's time. Who's fucked? We're fucked. Jiraiya's fucked. Ran's fucked. We're fucked. Thoroughly fucked. I'm just checking if the sound's still on. It is. Alright, the trial begins. I stand in the center of the room as my crimes are recounted before an audience of impassive faces. Also complicit is the Jean Ran. Where is he? I look to Yasir, unsure. He fled the night he learned that a small army was coming to kill him. Can't say I blame him, really. His whereabouts are unknown. He didn't leave an initiatory now. Hamza grits his teeth, unsatisfied and untrusting. Yasir, for his part, seems to take great joy in pushing his buttons. The trial continues, the focus fully on me. When asked to recount the events of the wedding, I do so. How did you feel? What? Before you found the body, how did you feel that day? I wanted to die. He's a disgusting old man, and I was about to become his property. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. My eyes naturally seek out my uncle, but he avoids my gaze. I see. But I didn't kill him! Eventually, Hamza calls the Heartseer, the one who originally proclaimed me guilty, to read me once more. He He puts one hand on my heart, then one on my forehead, and stares deep into my eyes. The room is silent, everyone watching in excruciating anticipation. If he really did make a mistake that day, this will be my big moment. I want him to see the truth in me. I want to see his eyes widen and his hands shake. Excuse me. Please don't have a police chase on my road. I want him to admit that he was wrong, and I am innocent. The Heartseer is the bad one. It is as I saw before. This girl ordered the albino Jean to kill the Shah. She is guilty. What? No! Any thought that this might have been a misunderstanding is shattered. He is lying. A wave of murmurs and mutterings sweep through the audience of the room. Hamza lets people talk, smug smile only watering at how swayed everyone is by the Heartseer's irrefutable testimony. The noise only dies down when Yassir raises his hands. If I may, Captain Hamza. Hamza watches through narrowed eyes as Yassir gestures for someone to come in from the corridor. A gasp rises from everyone in the room. Hamza's expression falls from suspicion to shock. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my Heartseer. As a neutral party, I wonder if you might permit him to read the sentence as well. Sia's Heartseer looks afraid. He wasn't expecting to have his reading challenged. Delicious, righteous glee arises within me. Yes, let's have the truth. What's wrong with you, Jiraiya? Why are you only thinking of yourself? Instead, you should be coming up with fucking plans to free Ran. Like, that was why you did all of this to begin with. You are gonna go free, and then you're gonna say, I have to use the potty. Then you're gonna free Ran from this place. And whether or not, he probably doesn't want you to come with him, so you have to go your separate ways. And you have to run away too. Then I can be free. No one can protest Yassir's proposal, so his Heartseer approaches and reads me just as the one before had. The room was wet with blood. She saw the Shah's, body. She saw the white Jean standing over him. She believed he was the killer, though she no longer thinks so. Other than that, there is nothing. No schemes, no political machinations, no memories of wanting her husband dead. She is innocent. The room is dead silent. The only thing I can hear is the furious pounding of my heart in my chest. This resolved nothing. The one word of one Heartseer against another. At best, it's a stalemate. That's not enough to let a possible murderer go free. What? I start to shake. Was this really all for nothing? A fair judgment. I stare at Yassir in shock. After everything, he's going to forsake his word? Of course he is! He's a bastard! To be honest, I anticipated this. Fear not, I have already sent word to Liga. They are our closest neighbors and have agreed to lend us their Heartseer as an impartial tiebreaker. He should be arriving any day now, so I think the only right thing to do is postpone the rest of the trial until he is here to reveal the truth. Or we could end the trial today and judge Lady Jiraiya not guilty and go home without further investigation. Because someone here must be lying, and when it's revealed who, I will be seeking justice for this waste of my invaluable time. Sia's Heartseer is looking more and more afraid. He casts a look back to where Hamza, my uncle, and all of the Sia soldiers stands. I'm not exactly sure who he's looking at, but I recognize a silent plea for help when I see it. Oh, Hamza, you're behind all of this. Hamza deliberates, unsure. Finally, losing his composure, my uncle speaks up. Oh, for God's sake, Hamza! Lose these delusions of grandeur and accept that my niece is innocent as I've always said she was. Fine. The people will see I will drop all charges. And Ran, I speak before I can think better of it. Who cares about the Jean? I hope he rots wherever he is. A weight lifts from my chest. My next breath feels like the first breath I've taken since my wedding day. Stepping close, Hamza gives me one last parting shot. What a lucky little murderer to have friends in such high places. His words can't touch me. I'm innocent. I'm free. Jiraiya. My uncle rushes over, arms outstretched to pull me into a hug. Pulling away, I give my excuses. Excuse me, uncle, I have to pack. Oh, of course, go ahead. Your aunt and I will wait for you here. And Lamia stands silent and cold as always. My hand just did a funny sound. Oh well. Like my wrist, like my bones clicked. Anyway, I don't know why I had to say that. Oh, my hands are sweating. I'm so nervous. They're actually wow. She says nothing, and I have nothing to say to her. Quick then, Jiraiya, go and pack your things. Then we can all go home. I leave without giving a response. Home. Can't even think about that right now. Right now, only one thing matters. I have to find Ran. And free him, hopefully. I pretend to head to my room, then take a detour down into the dungeon. No one stops me. Everyone is gathered in the main hall, trading gossip in the aftermath of the trial. Ran! Find him in a cell chained to the wall. His wrists are bruised and cut from where he strained against his bond. There's no sign of food or water. He crouches in the corner of the cell, not even looking up at my voice. Just hang on! I take a key from the hook and use it to unlock the cell door. Coming closer, I can't help but gasp at the state of him. There's no... can't. He's gonna... I run a gentle... You can't do it. There's no time. First things first. I use the same key to unlock the shackles around his wrist. He's gonna kill you. But I guess you're alright with that. There, are you... Snarl Ran launches himself at me, knocking me onto my back. He kneels over me, so wild that his lips are curled back over his fangs, saliva dripping from his mouth. You! The stone is cold and hard under my back. I'm trapped. I can explain. I had a plan. He's not listening. There's no reason left in his blood-red eyes. Before I can say anything, Red's hands move to my neck, wrapping around it and squeezing. I scratch and claw at him, trying to pry his fingers loose, but my strength is nothing compared to his. As I struggle, he slams me into the ground in a vicious warning. His claws rip through the skin of my shoulder and neck as he pushes me down and holds me there. The pain laces through me. I'm bleeding. I must be bleeding. How could you? How could you, Jiraiya? I trusted you! For an instant, I'm back in the cave up at the knives. He tried to strangle me then too, but then he stopped when our eyes met. This time, he does not stop. As the life is choked from me, I stop struggling. I can't. Suddenly, the pressure lifts. Air rushes back into my lungs. Ran stares at my neck, transfixed. Then he reaches forward towards it once more, taking the necklace hanging from it and tearing it loose. The necklace he bought for me. I've never taken it off. With disgusted snort, Ran crushes the pendant in his fist and then throws the broken thing across the room. What a joke. I open my mouth to explain or beg or something, but no words come out, only a ragged, pained gasp. Hey! A guard has returned to duty. He stands staring down at us with wide eyes. Damn it, we've lost our chance! Leaving me where I lie, Ran grabs the guard and makes short work of him, knocking his head against the wall. He goes in for the kill, but don't kill him! Ran's head snaps to face me, just like the bad old days when anything remotely resembling a command would put that look of hatred on his face. We can escape now, but if we kill one of Yasir's guards, he'll be the one hunting us. Ran pauses, thinking on this before throwing the guard's unconscious body into the cell. He grabs the key I dropped when he attacked me, and I quickly gather my strength and scramble out of the cell before Ran locks it with me still inside it. Reason is filtering back into Ran's mind, and I can see Ran is trying to work out why I'm here, how we can escape. Still, there is lingering anger and mistrust there. Putting my hand to my neck and pulling it away, red and wet, I can't say I'm feeling particularly trusting towards him right now either. What were you expecting? I don't think she did the right thing. I know this is for the story and for the plot, but that is not what I would have done. I would have woken him up as soon as I realized it. I would have talked to him. I would have tried to figure out a plan. Because even if this is his survival, this plan, he literally could not take it. You broke him. And that's not just gonna become better again. That's always gonna be there. No matter if it was with good intentions or not. So no, I don't think that's the right choice at all. And I think even though it was in a good mind, she still hurt him deliberately. Probably more than if he had just been killed. That's my thoughts anyway. There's a way out. He goes to a trapdoor in the floor and wrenches it open. A ladder stretches into the dark. Ran doesn't wait for me before climbing down. I follow, hoping that with this secret way out, the plan might still work. The ladder leads down to a sewer tunnel. In silence, we run through the dark. Sorry, just had to check if the mic was still going. I think perhaps the wounds on my shoulder and neck are deeper than I first assumed, because my head is starting to swim. I've lost a lot of blood, and my throat still rasps through every breath and sore and bruised. My legs are beginning to feel sluggish, feet slipping and stumbling as I try to keep Rand's back in sight. And then I'm falling. My world goes black. Just before the last bit of my consciousness fades, I can feel my body being lifted into the air, then nothing. When I come to, I'm lying on the ground, in a different part of the sewers. Rand must have carried me this far. Slowly, painfully, I push myself up into a sitting position. Rand is crouched nearby, facing away from me. I sit in silence, willing to strength back into my body so that we can keep going. I need to understand. Still, he won't turn to face me. I steel myself opening my mouth and tell him everything. I tell him about Yassir's ultimatum and my plan to go along with his wishes until I had the chance to escape with Ran. I tell him why I couldn't let him in on the plan and how much it hurt to even pretend to betray him. I tell him about the trial and how we're no longer fugitives. Rand's back tenses, and I can only imagine a lifetime's worth of memories, all of the betrayals playing out across his face. Can you see why this was a bad idea? This was just not the right thing to do. That was just... I know, like... I don't know that I can believe you. You don't need to. You don't need to believe me. You just need to get out of Umar. I don't think Yassir will put too much effort into hunting you. He didn't have time to draw up the official decree, so you're not, indentured to him. Somewhat still yours. Actually, I reveal the papers I've been tucking into my waistband. Rand finally turns to me, taking the papers without hesitation. I watch his face twist and go slack as he reads the words on them. The part where I release him from my service, and the part where it states that the debt he owes me, nothing. You're free. Truly free. Rand clutches the paper close, tiny tremors running through his entire body. Why? I swallow past the lump in my throat. Because it was the right thing to do. Jiraiya, why? I can't do this now. I feel so afraid, so torn and tattered. But Rand's eyes hold mine and refuse to let go. I take a deep, shuddering breath. I have to say it, even though we don't deserve to. Because I love you. I love you, Rand. Rand's face contorts, then he pushes his hands through his white hair, tugging at it. Shit. I let out a snort, a short bark of laughter. I can't help it. Tell me about it. Rand doesn't laugh. He rocks on his haunches, spine curling as his head drops low, hands still fisted into his hair. Shit. We lapse back into silence. Rand finally seems to find some inner resolve and looks back at me. He moves closer, reaching out to me, to my neck, before stopping short. With a shudder, he withdraws again. I take note of the dried blood staining me all the way from my neck down beneath my dress. The wounds must be deep, but at least they stopped bleeding. I don't know what to say to him. I don't even know if I want to be kind or cruel. He came so very close to killing me, as you would have if you were in his situation. And so we sit side by side, silent, a hair's breadth away from broken. Yeah. In all honesty, if I was writing this story, I'm not. But if I was writing this story, I would doubt that there was any coming back from this. Honestly. Chapter 10. We managed to stow away on the first ship heading out of Umar. Perhaps it was paranoid of us, but it didn't seem safe to reveal ourselves. My route is decided. When the ship docks at Dejara, I'll disembark and hire a caravan heading to Sia. I am going home. Rand's path is less certain. Why would you be going home? I don't understand. Why would you be going home? Even if you can't be with Ran, escape, live a new life, find a place to live and enjoy your life instead of being caught with these calculating people who don't think about you. Damn it! After so many days of hiding in this cramped hole, my legs are screaming for a good stretch. I miss the sunlight, and Ran will not look at me. He's always close and silent and unresponsive. The dark atmosphere is starting to become, utterly unbearable. I guess every time I try to speak to him, or gods forbid, touch him, he retreats. Actually, I don't deserve it. The marks on my neck. But I don't want to do it because of that. Then I'd rather be an inconsiderate asshole than that. An unspoken agreement. We take turns to sleep, the other one keeping watch over a hiding spot. Ran is kindly curled in a ball, sleeping in the corner furthest away from me. Need to check the mic. He must be in the throes of a nightmare because he's been twitching and spasming for a while now. The little whimpers and growls start escaping. I know I have to wake him. We can't risk being heard. Ran. I speak quietly, but he jerks awake almost instantly. Jiraiya? As the dream fades from his mind and reality trickles back in, he clams his mouth shut and looks away from me once again. I feel my temper snap. I hadn't even realized I was angry. You're really never going to look at me? Never again? No! You broke it, Jiraiya! It sucks, but it happens. You can't always go back to happily ever after. This is ridiculous. Ran, just look at me. No! If he doesn't want to! Ran flinches, but otherwise does not turn his head or cast his eyes in my direction. Look at me! Frustrated beyond measure, I turn away from him. Fine, forget it. Take some deep, calming breaths. It shouldn't matter so much. It shouldn't matter so much, but it does. Of course it matters, but it's too late. What happened? Everything that's happened casts a pall over both of us. But we'll never be able to throw it off if he won't acknowledge me. But I suppose that's too much to ask. Ran's presence is warm against my back. I go still, but feel no fear, save for the fear of spooking him. I did this. His hair brushes against my neck as he lowers his head and finds my shoulder where the scars are deepest. His mouth trembles as he presses a kiss to the shoulder. My claws put these marks on you. I would have killed you. I know. On the last kiss, he doesn't pull away. His lips remain on my shoulder, a constant point of contact between us. I'm sorry. He's not the one who should be apologizing. Maybe I'm the only one with this mindset. He's not the one who should be apologizing. He whispers the words into my skin. Of course you forgive him. I forgive you. Ran jerks away and I turn after him, chasing his warmth. You can't. What do you mean I can't? It's not something that can be forgiven. It was inevitable, really. What was I thinking? He huffs out a self-reprimanding laugh. Actually letting myself believe that the gap between us was something that could be bridged. When all along it wasn't even the slightest bit possible because I don't want to hear him say this. I'm so sick of the same old song. I don't want him to say that we had impossible because I'm human or because I'm a noble. Because I'm a monster. Damn it. Ran. I'm sorry that I couldn't believe you. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm just so sorry. He steps away and retreats back into his corner. I say nothing, throat swallowing around a lump that just won't go away. When the ship finally comes to dock at Tajara, I feel the weight of mine and Ran's impending separation threatening to crush me. Need a couple of breaths. Okay. This is it. Just merge into the other passengers as they leave. Look like you belong and you will. Rand gives me some parting advice as we stare at each other down across the cargo hold. Goodbye, Chabonneau. This doesn't feel right. Is it really where it ends for us? This is wrong. We should... There's no time for this. You have to hurry or you'll miss your chance. Rand is so withdrawn, distant, cold, but not like what he was when I first met him. I don't see anger or hatred in him anymore. I just see sadness. I want to tell him I'm not going. I want to ask him to come with me. I have so many things to tell him and so many things to ask. But his eyes are shuttered, and I can't say anything. So I leave. I follow Rand's advice and merge with the throng of disembarking passengers. And in no time I'm standing on the dock of Tijara looking back at the ship. Of course I can't see him. Never risk leaving the hold just to see me. But my chest feels tight and hot and squeezes so violently that I lose my breath. Time to go home. My legs carry me through the streets more reliable than my head and heart, both of which are still desperately trying to pull me back to the ship. This is ridiculous. The ship will have cast off by now. It's long gone. He's long... I swallow. The first thing to do is find a caravan willing to take me to Sia. If there's any trouble, I should have enough money to negotiate with. Then it's just a leisurely journey back to Sia. My legs stop. No. I don't want to go back to Sia. People start walking around me, paralyzed as I am in the middle of the street. Burning tears push their way out of my eyes, my hands ball into fists. I don't want to go back. It doesn't feel like home anymore. Nowhere feels like home. The only thing that's ever come close isn't even a place, it's gone. He's gone. And all I want... Chiraya. I turned back the way I came. Any other soundtrack, please? It's him. Unmistakably him. White hair, white skin. And when he's close enough, the blood-red eyes. He's running. I want to run too, but I can't move. Ran! His momentum doesn't slow until I'm in his arms, held tight against his chest. Don't go. Stay with me. I'll never mess up like that again. I'll make you feel safe again. I'll prove you can trust me. Just... please stay. Of course I will. That's all I wanted. His arms enfold me tighter. Me too. When we finally pull apart, it's impossible to miss the shocked and disapproving looks being thrown our way. Rand takes my hand in his and tucks me back in the direction of the docks. Pick a ship. Any ship. He throws me a smile. It's small, and I'm still a little unsure, but so full of love it makes my heart breach, my breath catch in my throat. Oh, where are we going? With his free hand, he produces a pouch of money and his papers of... Meh. That little smile grows, his hand is warm around mine, his eyes full of hope. Anywhere. Everywhere, wherever you want. Jiraiya, we're free. Oh, damn, it's over. Oh, no. Please stop playing this music, bro. Oh, God. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Sound J is a good place to find sound effects, by the way. Okay. I'm fine. Thank you for making the game. This was... Oh my god. It's over. It's over. Oh no. Guys, that was Wilder. What a great game. Holy fuck. That was so good. Yes, I think you heard me tearing up by the end. Good this wasn't a webcam video. There were a couple of places where I had to like breathe in, breathe out, tears coming down. What a good game. Let's see if I can run through it really quick. Art style, gorgeous, music, very fitting and gorgeous, especially that romantic hot springs track, so good. God. Writing, really good. It was interesting with all of the choices. The ending is the only thing where I feel it's a little predictable. That's just me. That whole, like, oh, pretending to betray him. Like, I just feel like that's maybe a little overdone, but that's all. I don't know, I didn't feel like Rand's trust issues could be overcome so much like that. I don't know. That's maybe just me. Everything is just really, really good. And what this game does so well is atmospheres. And I am a sucker for atmospheres. It's one of my favorite things in anything. If something doesn't have the atmosphere, everything else can be awesome, but I'm not gonna like it as much because atmosphere is so important for me. And this game got it. It's really good. The romance was really good. Everything, like the writing and dialogue, so good. So awesome. I loved it. Yeah, that was a very enjoyable experience. It's nice to play a game that like resonates with you. I haven't felt like that much in a while, so that's very nice. I don't know, I'm clutching my chair again, ow. I don't know what I'm gonna be playing next time. Probably something from NaNoRenO. There are also games that are coming out very soon that I'm very, very excited about, so it is a good time for games. Like, there was a long period of time where there were just no games, and now there's just too many games. I think we're gonna be returning to an old classic, an old classic that's, not that old, like, a classic with a twist. With a classic that's new, if you can follow my thought. Anyway, I really like this game, as I said. Thank you to Sonnet009 for making it. It's great. And I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I feel like you guys enjoyed this series a lot, which I'm so happy about. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me for the Wilder series. I love you, and bye!